Yes, hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kate Mbote, and I'm your favorite young life coach. And today, guys, I want us to talk about the psychology of ghosting and why ghosting hurts so much. In most cases, you find that when somebody is ghosting you, there has to be an incident or an escalation. In most cases, ghosting happens in romantic relationships, and whereby the person being ghosted gets to hurt very much. And so we are going to look at both perspectives, the person who is ghosting you and the person who is being ghosted. In most cases, when somebody ghosts you, you have this anxiety, you have this kind of fear. You don't get the closure that is needed. You don't get to know whether the relationship is continuing or it's ending. So there's that kind of anxiety, that kind of doubt whereby you feel like you're not good enough. You feel like, why am I being ghosted? What's going on? Is there a relationship anymore? Is there no relationship? Like, you have all these unanswered question that comes with you because of being ghosted. And so when you find yourself in that scenario, there's a lot of hurt that goes through in your mind. There's that fear: do I reach out to this person? Do I just leave this person alone? And so there's these questions that are left unanswered. And so that is why you find that in most cases you're going to have that kind of fear, you're going to have that kind of doubt, and that is leading to you getting hurt. Because in most cases, even though there is closure in the relationship, whereby you are able to tell each other that it's over, the relationship is done, let's get to move on, let everyone go and do on with their business, there is that. And there is you finding yourself in a situation whereby you don't know if it's done, you don't know if it's not done. And so you find yourself in a situation whereby you're not sure of what is going to come or what is going to happen next. And so let's get to dive into the psychology of the person ghosting you. In most cases, you find that if someone is ghosting you, one, you had an escalation in that relationship. That means that there was feelings involved, there was words involved, there was a fight going on with you. Or somebody could just ghost you out of nowhere. You have a communication with one person, they're not feeling it anymore, and they just go ahead and ghost you. And so in most cases, people who ghost others, they are probably brought up in this kind of families or background where there is no communication, or they were not able to get out their feelings, they're not able to communicate. So whenever someone is ghosting you, what the problem that is going through with them is communication, because they do not want to take responsibility of anything. They don't want to face the whole situation. They don't want to deal with the feelings that comes with having to face you and tell you that I do not want this relationship anymore, I do not want to be with you anymore. And so instead of having to face that, instead of having to take the responsibility of that, instead of having to face the feelings that are going to come with that and the emotions, they run away from it. They escape their responsibility. They just decide, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ghost this person and I'm not gonna talk to this person anymore. And so that means that they do not have to deal with the fact that they want to leave this relationship, so they leave things unsaid. And so when you find yourself in that situation, some people are actually scared of intimacy, some people are in fear, some people don't know how to actually go through with ending this kind of relationship. It's something that happens because somebody probably doesn't know how to communicate. And then there is this kind of ghosting whereby somebody wants revenge. You had their feelings, you did something wrong, and so they decide, you know what, I'm gonna be mature and I'm gonna go ahead and be petty, and I'm gonna ghost you and let you hurt and let you feel and let you doubt yourself and have all this kind of anxiety that is going to go on with you. And they do not care that all those feelings are gonna happen. And so what happens with this person? They have this petty revenge. That's toxicity, definitely, because you have to communicate in a relationship. You have to communicate that, you know, I do not want to be with you anymore, let's just be done with it. There has to be closure for the both of you, and ghosting is not part of it. Ghosting is not whereby you had a fight and you just decide, you know what, you tell each other, I don't think this is healthy for us, let's go ahead and just break up. Ghosting is whereby you're going to find yourself in a situation whereby somebody, you are talking with a person just the other day and they decide, you know what, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. Ghosting is whereby you're going to find yourself in a situation whereby you had a small fight with someone, you're trying to reach out to them, you're texting them, they're not replying, you're calling them, they're not picking, they're not calling you back, and so you definitely know that you are ghosted. And so when you see that happening, and this person is not able to come out, communicate, and give you closure and tell you, you know, I just want to take some time off for myself, and that means I want you to give me space because I am in my feelings and I don't think this is a healthy environment for us to discuss this. There is no that communication. There is no communication that I want to be done with this relationship. And so there is no closure. In most cases, that is what hurts people. The person being ghosted, there's no closure for them, so they have all these kind of emotions. They don't know what's gonna happen next. They do not know whether to move on or to work on themselves or to just decide that the relationship is done. When you find yourself in a situation whereby you're being ghosted, just let it go. Just be done with the relationship. Decide for yourself not to allow that person to hurt you, because that person is definitely being immature in that situation. Because whatever happens in a relationship, if the relationship is to end, somebody has to communicate about it. And so you are not in an environment with a mature person, you're not in a relationship with a mature person who knows that when things are coming to an end, we can actually communicate and tell each other that we are done with each other. So move on. I know it's gonna hurt, but move on. Do not ask yourself questions. It's not you, it's the other person who is ghosting you. It's the other person who don't want to face the fact that things are not the way they should be. Is that person who is ignoring the feelings. Is that person who is walking away from the responsibility of having to carry emotions. They do not want to face you and tell you that it's done. They do not want to have empathy at all. And so whenever someone ghosts you, it's gonna hurt, but work on yourself and just move on with it. Just let the relationship be, because that person is not mature enough. It's not you. Do not doubt yourself. It's that person who is not able to communicate about things. And so guys, do not forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you on my next video, and thank you for watching.